Hi everyone, it's Dr. Jam, continuing on my series of over-the-counter medications for women over 60. So in this video, I'll talk about stool softeners and laxatives. But before I begin, I just want to review the importance of a regular bowel regime. We talked about bowel regime in the past. And what does that include? That includes intake of fruit, fiber, and fluid. That includes daily moderate exercise of 30 minutes. We don't want to have a dependency on laxatives and stool softeners. They can have problems. Many of them work by pulling water from our bodies into the intestines to create a bowel movement, and this can create electrolyte imbalances. Some of them work by stimulation, and that stimulation can irritate the bowel too. Let's not forget why it becomes a challenge, particularly as we get older. The peristalsis, or movement down the intestines, slows down, and we do have 30 feet. That's a long way to go. So with that in mind, let's talk about the types of laxatives and stool softeners. First, I want to mention that most stool softeners seem to be under the umbrella of a laxative. I see where they're used interchangeably. So more than that, I want to talk about the categories and how they work. So the first type I want to talk about are osmotic laxatives. So osmosis is movement of water through membrane. So what they do is they pull water. By pulling water into the intestines, this promotes a bowel movement. One of these osmotic laxatives you may be familiar with is polyethylene glycol, Miralax. It comes as a powder many times, can be mixed with hot or cold liquids, juice, and also is productive. Another one which sometimes is considered a stool softener, but don't forget it works by osmosis, is cholase or dulcosate sodium. Also been around a long time, over the counter, but it works by osmosis. Again, sometimes it's referred to as a stool softener also. Another category are bulk forming. Some of these you may be familiar with. Metamucil, it's been around forever. It's from psyllium. Another one is Citracel, which is from cellulose. And Fibercon, which is a man-made. All of these are creating bulk. That bulk, by putting the fiber in, helps create the bowel movement. Another type is stimulants. So the stimulant laxatives, again, can cause irritation, but what they're causing is more activity in the bowel, and this creates a bowel movement. So one of these that you may be familiar with is butyrylcholine, which is Dulcolax. Also been around a long time. It's a stimulant laxative. And the other is Senna or Senecot. And this actually comes from a leaf, from a plant, but it causes stimulation. Another type that you may be familiar with are saline laxative. Phillips Milk of Magnesia, been around forever, is a saline laxative. So when you're dealing with saline, which is salt, you're dealing with a fluid once again. And the last type I want to talk about is lubricant laxatives. Again, the old apothecary mineral oil, which we've talked about for our faces, but also can be used as a laxative. So keep that in mind. We really want to be proactive as women over 60. Keep track of your bowel movements, your bowel regime. Also be savvy in the types of laxative or stool softener you're taking. You want to be aware of any complications. If you start needing to take them regularly, please consult with your doctor, nurse practitioner, or go to your health center. So I hope that's helpful. We're women over 60. We're going to have regular bowel movements. We're in the best years of our lives. Talk to you anyway soon.